What's up, YouTube? Slim here at Team Symmetry. My channel name is SlimXTeamSymmetry here on Asian Eyes White Dragons channel. Here we are with San Jose Regionals. We're gonna do a deck profile real quick. I'm running Dark World today, the quote-unquote expensive Dark World. We'll just see how we go today. I'm just gonna end it real quick. We're starting with 3 Tour Guide. This card is amazing. You have to run it. You have to run it with Sangan, because there's your targets right there. Plus 1 Raven, amazing discard outlet, open synchros. Use this with Beige. You have an instant level 7 in either Highlander, Wyvern, or what do you call it? Black Rose. Anything you need just to take advantage of the game. And then the Dark World engine, very standard. Triple Grappa, triple Snow, triple brow, whatever you want to call it. And then 2 Beige. I'm running 2 Beige over Silver and Gold because I need a normal summon to bounce for Grappa, and sometimes Silver and Gold can be a dead draw if you don't have a discard outlet, so that's why I'm running these monsters. That's all I run for the monsters. Nothing really special. On the spells, of course, you got to run 3 Gates of the Dark World, like the best field card out right now. So easy to plus with this card and bounce for Grappa. It's amazing. You know, you draw each time. And then we run 3 Drag Down. This card's really good. You know, knowing your opponent's hand, having control from the get-go is key to winning with this deck. And, you know, it combos really nicely with Mind Crush. You know, it combos really nicely after Trap Dust Shoot, and it's just a really good card. And some people run 2. I do like running 3 because I like having that extra one, hopefully that you draw into it and you start with it. Because being able to start with it is really good and really key to controlling the rest of the game. And then one thing that I do run, a lot of players don't run, is I do run 3 Dark World Dealing. And the reason I'm running 3 Dark World Dealing is that in my testing, you don't always have a discard outlet. Sometimes you'll open and, you know, you'll have the field and it's like, okay, I have the field, but I have no Dark World monster or any fiend in the graveyard, and I haven't drawn Tour Guide in the opener. You can open with Dark World Dealing and, you know, maybe you won't have Grappa, but if you have Dark World Dealing and Snow, it's a really good play because you're going to draw, you're going to drop Snow, and then you're going to search. So it's like you're going to be able to set up right there, and you're going to get to see maybe what your opponent is running. People are wondering, you know, how would this go in the mirror match? In the mirror match, you know, you don't really know until, you know, like if a Dust Shoot goes off or a Mind Crush goes off or something goes off, you won't know. So in the mirror match, you just play cautiously because once you know what's in your opponent's hand, regardless of the match, you can take control from there. So that's why I run. Because you have the drag downs and you like basically take out, you know. Exactly. And then the other spells are standard. Monster Born, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm. I'm not maining MST. I'm maining Heavy Storm. A lot of players don't see it coming, and Grappa is basically my MST because, you know, you discard. I usually aim for back rows because Grappa is like 27, really hard dancer. So, you know, it works. You gotta run it. And then the most broken spell card in the deck, Card Destruction. Lots of pluses. Forget this card. This card is ridiculous. Really good, and, you know, it turns like a dead. It turns a quote unquote dead hand active just because like you plus so much off of it. And then Allure. Do you like to use Card Destruction first turn if you have like the Grappa? It depends. I like to get Grappa in the grave, of course, but if my opponent doesn't have anything out, like it doesn't really seem like that good of a play unless like I know I'm playing against Rabbit, because getting Grappa into grave and then bouncing and having Grappa turn 1 is great, even without the field, because they can't get past anything 2500 or more unless running Smashing, but other than that, it works really well. And then Allure, they're all dark, minus Raven, so you know, you gotta run it, and people forget, like some people don't like running this card, but you have your Tour Guide Leviair play, so whatever you remove, most likely you're going to get back and bounce for Grappa, so it's really good. And then the last spell, Foolish Burial. Now, a lot of people say it's an inherent -1. It's not with Grappa, because one of the best opening plays, Foolish Grappa, bounce, you have Grappa on the field, and just like, because Grappa essentially nets your card anyway. You're not using any card to get out of Grappa. Exactly. So, and sometimes you need to get that Grappa in the grave, so it's good. It's a good setup, and rarely you'll Foolish a random Dark World monster if you need the field to go off. It's another option, but it doesn't happen very often. And then the traps, 1 deck dev, only 1 because it's like dead in the mirror match, but 1 against plants, against agents, against a lot. It wrecks a lot of decks. And I also run 1 Dark Smog. I wasn't sure at first of maining this, and then through testing it really helped because it's another discard outlet, really good against plants. You know, you're able to smog them, you know, during their turn, during your turn. So depending on, you know, these 2 cards work really well together because you'll know what's in your opponent's hand, they'll have to discard it, and then like if it's like a Spore, a Glow Up Bulb, anything that could cause you a problem, you can smog it away. And smog is amazing with Beige. It's just like free every time.
Yeah.
And you can smog, bounce, grappa, smog, bounce, grappa, and it's almost like a little loop, and it's really nice. So we run the one dark smog. You know, Solomon, Torrential, Staples.
Yeah.
Gotta run them. I don't run Mirror Force because Mirror Force hasn't really benefited me that much this format. But one Solomon, one Torrential, they're good.
Yeah, because if anyone's gonna make a big push against Dark Worlds, they're gonna go for game and they're gonna go for something to stop.
Something to stop it, exactly. And then onto the brokenness, onto the the Trap Dushin and the double Mind Crush. You gotta run them together. They complete the deck. They just make hand
especially
control
with drag down. You know, you get to see what they have.
You get to see the hand. You have control pretty much from the get-go with these two. If you can open with these two, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can open with all three, you're amazing. Yeah. And then 3 Reckless Greed. Everyone says it. This card is amazing. You do need this card in Dark World. A lot of people will say that you don't need it, but the reason being, it turns dead hand active again, because you do draw 2. You know, if you chain 2 of them or chain all 3 of them, you only skip 2 draw phases, and it really helps you open up your combos with Dark World. And I will always run it in Dark World. It's just really good.
Yeah, because like even if your Grapha dies, you just get Grapha back again.
Exactly.
And so you just have that field presence.
You always have an outlet. So yeah. So that's the main deck. It's 41 cards. And then side deck. Side deck is just for today. Just some anti-meta stuff, you know, Thunder Kings, 2 Thunder Kings and a Doom Cal.
Karakuri's are big, so.
Karakuri's are big, yeah, so definitely Thunder Kings, 1 Doom Cal. I was originally doing 2, and then I noticed that, you know, I'd have to summon it, or sometimes I'd have to set it because I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And what's good about just 1 is that if I do get into the grave by its effect, I can use it for the field.
Yeah, exactly, because it's field. Yeah.
And it's 21 under the field, so I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But just 1. And then 1 Cyber Dragon, only 1, because like it didn't help me that much in like a lot of my matches, because like if I need a beater, Grappa's there, but this is for mainly for Karakuri and for Zen mains. People forget wind up Zen mains. It's a machine. Summon this thing and Chimera Tech them. It is really good. So one of those. Let's see what else we got. I slide the 3 MSTs because I don't main them. I slide these in, you know, based upon what I feel my opponent's going to slide in. A lot of
D-Fissure.
The D-Fissures, the Bottomless, the Deepers, and all that stuff can be a problem.
Have you tried Lance?
I haven't tried Lance, but probably
just because like people would do the Deepers and plus the Bottomless, and Lance kind of covers those rather than random. But you know, obviously D-Fissure's you know, big problem. Because you can't even do anything.
Can't do anything, and you need to have an out, and that's where these come in.
Yeah.
So you gotta slide them. And then 2 debunks. The debunks are for Max C, for Crow. Those are the main ones. You know, Valor doesn't really hurt me because I usually side the tour guides out.
And all it hurts is Raven, and Raven's on a cost.
Exactly. So debunk is basically there, you know, to hit the pesky hand traps, and for Reborn Tengu, and for, you know, Glow Up Bulb, for Spore, a lot of plant stuff. It's mainly for plants and for agents. So it works. And then I do 2 skill drain. I side in the skill drains because, you know, Karakuri, mainly against Karakuri, against plants, against a lot of things. I didn't use Rivalry or Gozen match because it doesn't hurt Karakuri. And I know I'm talking a lot about Karakuri, but a lot of people here I know are running that deck today.
It's a pretty hot deck just because you don't need tour guides to run.
Exactly. And you know, that turn 1 Naturia Beast is not nice when you're running Dark World. So skill drain puts in a lot of work. So 2 of those, and then just 2 Bottomless and 1 Deep Prison.
TGs, Bottomless hurts TGs so much.
Yeah, and just 1 D prison because you know, a lot of the time it might get MST'd or whatever, but I think Bottomless is really good. Bottomless is good against Rabbit. Bottomless is amazing against Rabbit. So as long as I don't have Starlight Road, but Grappa can still get past Stardust, so it's nice. So and then the last card, this one. Okay, time out. My teammate just got me my 3rd DT MST. I'm very happy. Yeah. And then the last tech card, shout out to Calvin the Kid, Return from the Different Dimension. This card single-handedly can win you games because you just, you know, remove for the field, and then you remove for the field, you know, bring out Grappa, and then, you know,
you can like get back Levier if you
exactly.
Need, like, we'll get, you know, the doubles and then go for Levier, you get back another one. I've never really seen that, but that is really good tech.
This is shout out to Calvin the Kid because he main decks this, and I've lost a lot of games because he flips this with his other monsters, and it's like it's game. So that's the
and like, you know, if they deprison your stuff, it's always good.
It's always good because they're always going to try to remove Grappa, and you know, if they remove 2 of them and I flip this while the field's up, that's 6,000.
Yeah.
So it can win single-handedly. And then on to the extra deck, 1 Chimera Tech for the 1 Cyber Dragon against you know, of course, Machina against Karakuri, and against this guy, the best Exceed I think right now. Wind up Zen Mage, you have to run it. A lot of players say say, if you run tour guide, you have to run this. They're absolutely right. A turn 1 Zen mains is amazing. Late game, it's really good too because it's, you know, they're gonna waste cards to get rid of it, so it's just really nice.
And source is better.
Okay, green. Okay, okay. 2 Leviers for, you know, the tour guide combos.
Yeah.
You know, you go tour guide. You know, you Levier back your banish dark roll target. You know, bounce for grappa.
Oh yeah, getting back Snow is so good.
Yeah, it's
so Snow is still 2,000.
Snow is still 2,000, and it's also a deck dev target.
Yeah.
So you know, it's there's a lot of nice combos with that. And then 1 Leviathan Dragon. I used to usually open with this before I had Zen mains, and now I usually go Zen mains. But some of the games, you know, it's nice to open this and then set up your field.
Yeah.
This is your field setup, and also to get around monarchs, to get around just to get around if you have to attack into Lagia or something. You know, if they still detach and Lagia is still there, you have to get past it.
Yeah.
So that, and then
Judge Jackie
we got Cataster, Stygian Insurgents, really good. Under the field, it starts at 25 and then it goes up to 33. Really good because when this destroys a monster, you know you can attack again.
And you still get the boost too.
Exactly. So you can really put in a lot of damage with this card. You just do it with a Raven and a Brow, so it works really nicely. 1 Brionek, it's Brionek. Yeah, it's a staple synchro. And then on to my favorite ones to make. Ancient Sacred Wyvern. This thing is so good against agents when they go Venus, double Shine Ball. Hi Nima. They go Venus, Shine Ball, and their life points are already low. You know, you make this with Fabled Raven and Beige, which is like the best combo because it's instant, and you make this and it gains the difference, and mostly you can win from there because there's so much damage done with this card. And also, when it's destroyed, you can pay 1,000 to bring it back. A lot of things people don't remember is that it has that other ability. Yeah. So if your life points are high, you can always just bring it back. Ancient Fairy, you can do a little field loop with this with Gates of Dark World, and you can gain some life points. And it's just really good when you just summon in defense because we got 3,000 defense. That's really hard for like Rabbin a lot of decks to answer. So gotta run it. And then the staple Black Rose, just if you have to go boom, Black Rose is there. And then my favorite level 7 synchro right now, Dark Highlander.
Yeah.
Under the field, he's 31, and it just says no to plants.
Yeah.
They cannot synchro. It says no to Junk Doppel. They can't synchro. So it does open a lot of really nice plays, and it's just a beater. 2,800 by itself is just really nice. So it gets past a lot.
Plus, you can still remove it because it's a fiend. You know,
exactly. Exactly. And then Scrap Dragon and Stardust for the 8s, standard, and then of course 1 Trishula.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
The synchros are pretty standard, except for the little special 7 ones, a couple ones. But yeah. So we'll see how it does today.
All right, cool.
I just want to say thank you for the player interview.
All right. Thanks a lot for showing me your deck.
No problem.
All right, so yeah, go ahead and check out his channel, guys. I'll put an annotation that you guys can click.
SlimXTeamSymmetry, please subscribe.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes White Dragon and Slim signing out.
Later.